everyone. My name is Nepe Obaseki, reporting from Toronto, Canada. And today I'm in the studio with Mr. Daniel Oba Ewuare, all the way from Benin City. We are here to do a critical analysis of the peace talk in Oba Palace yesterday. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello, good afternoon from Nigeria.
Good morning from Canada. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Yesterday we said we're going to come back today to do the analysis of what transpired in Oba Palace yesterday. Oh my God. The hugging between Ize and Governor Obaseki was amazing. Amazing. Mm. Oh.
Well,
Okay.
just as I said
Yes.
earlier yesterday, that I don't see Osage Andrew Ize as a violent person. I can vouch for his upbringing. His father was like a father to me, a very strict disciplinarian. I do say that those days where we grew up in an environment where you take water, give to an elder on your needs. I don't see him as a violent person. It's just the distractors, those who invited him to be, wants him to turn violent or turn the state to a war zone. First of all, let us commend our Oba for the bold step he took to bring about peace so that election will go on smoothly. Everybody will cast their vote, the winners declare, and congratulatory message sent to those who won. And I think Oba Atokbe, that is a very good move by the Oba to warn them not to overheat the polity.
Exactly. The Oba spoke so well, eloquently from the beginning to the end. Oh my God! Yesterday, I spent so much time watching the entire thing, the full video. I watched everything. So there are some important points that we're gonna discuss today. Okay, do a critical analysis of what the Oba said, the Governor Obaseki. But Oshomole didn't say anything so much, you know. Then the hugging was amazing, honestly, amazing. And the Oba even told them that they should carry that hugging with them in their hearts as they are living. You understand? So it's very significant. I think the Oba Obini made history yesterday. He made history. The reconciliation, the political discussion, the history of Nigeria. The Oba said a lot of things yesterday. Amazing. It was an amazing event. And, I would commend the Oba Obini for a wonderful job. He is truly the father of everyone in Edo State. He played the role of a father, and we love him so much. First of all, I'm going to play the hugging video where Governor Obaseki and Ize Yamu himself. Oh my God, he was a wonderful man. Honestly, yesterday after watching that part in the video, I was amazed with the way he was the one that insisted for the hug, which is very good. I'm gonna play the video right now for the audience to watch.
Your advice and going to shake or embrace His Excellency Governor Obaseki is my senior brother, and I will gladly move to him.
Amazing. So you know what? We're gonna play a lot of videos. So as we play the videos, we're gonna be doing analysis because I have one good video coming up about security in Edo State that I'm gonna play later.
Noga Ase Obaseki is a Benin man.
Mm.
Osage Ize-Iyamu is a Benin man. Noga Ase Obaseki's generation and family has always been Benin chief. Osage Ize-Iyamu's father was the late Esogban of Benin Kingdom. So I don't see a situation where they will not respect the Obas. It's a command on them. which they have to. Just as I said earlier, all they need to do is to silence distractors working for them to talk violent. You talk of security in Edo State. This is not the first time Edo State is holding election. This is not the first time we have political campaign. Political campaigns will come, election will be done. Even those you think will win, to your surprise, they will lose at the booth. It has never been so hot. We know where this confusion and war zone and striking is coming from. If someone says he's going to be silent about it, we are silent about it just because for peace to reign. We know where it is coming from. In the last election, that governorship election, these same forces worked in Edo State with the PDP to the essence of seeing the heat of they on their own postpone the election to discourage voters from coming. We know where they are coming from. It's just very, very unfortunate. This time, the two major political parties are sons of Benin. They should allow them play it cool with themselves. They should allow the voters decide for themselves who to vote for, not on the threat of guns, threat of death. Even yesterday, an old boy complained of somebody within the political talks calling him, warning him because he was supporting a candidate. Because he is not supporting a candidate, he's close to his house. He called him warning him to the point of death. It has never been so bad in politics in those states. I have always been a politician until I decided to have it a full day with politics, rest my heart on politics. I am always the political mindedness is staying in me. But it's so sad that this is the first time we are seeing our election so overheated to the essence of death and threat of death.
Okay, yeah, what you just said now is due to lack of security. When security is there, these people will not be threatening each other because of differences in political parties or
Our
political
police have always
ambitions.
been porous. Our police, this is not the first time our police have ever always been porous. Inadequate equipment, they have always complained. But election have been done in this mood in Edo State. The winners take it. You
Okay,
understand?
yeah,
So
I'm going to play.
I don't believe when we talk of security, it should not. Is the mindset of every individual. The mindset of the present politicians is what is worrisome, not the security.
Okay, so this video I'm about to play, Governor Obaseki made a very, very important point. Okay, I'm going to play it, then we have to discuss about this.
We all know our propensities. We all know our tendencies. I'm not going to take time here to begin to point accusing fingers, but I want to assure you that as things stand in Edo today, from the evidence I have before me, from the security reports, it will seem that, yes, there are actions of violence across the board, but what is really bothering me is that the security agents have not been able to, well, even when they have arrested people for violence, they've not been able to try one person. So there's no deterrence. And except that happens, it will continue. There's a case I had to deal with last night, which was very, very obvious, which happened in Ukula, where somebody was apprehended. I mean, there was a shootout. We're just lucky that the inhabitant of that house wasn't killed. That person was finally arrested as he was about to escape through our border with Kogi, and arrested. And I understand from police sources that so much pressure was put on the commissioner, and that person was released last night. What do you expect? So I believe for us to secure peace, we'll continue to try. I'm booking an appointment to go and meet the highest authorities in terms of security, to also lay complaints. So, so from my position as the Chief Executive Officer of the state, I'm making that commitment to you, sir, Your Majesty, that I have no choice. I'm sworn to an oath to keep the peace and protect lives and property, and that I will continue to do.
Okay. Mr. Daniel, did you hear that?
Yeah, there's something I want to admonish Obaseki. To call yourself a freedom fighter is not an easy job. Adan
Yes.
Soshomole,
As, hmm,
Adan Soshomole, when he came
hmm,
on the first time as governor, fought these so-called godfathers. It was not easy for him. But with developmental strive, fighting that no more godfather in Edo State is too tall. Now you were brought in with recommendation from the same man. You came, you stood tall, and you decided that you would not want him to be a godfather to you. Therefore, you have to know that the struggle will not be
hmm.
an easy smooth for
It's
you.
for you. Hmm,
It's not going to be an easy smooth for you. You have to fight and stand tall,
hmm,
stand your ground, continue your developmental strive. Edo people are watching. The Oba has helped you now to call for peace and that elections should be not be violent. No,
hmm,
they should not turn Edo to war zone.
hmm.
Do your thing. Stand tall. Continue promising the people development, and you will see yourself on the right side. Edo people are watching. Edo people knows who is in their mind to vote. Even both parties. Can you even trust your PDP man that is working for you? A lot of we have seen this happen in election day. People you believe will vote for you will not be the one voting for you. People you don't believe that will vote for that will never vote for you will be the one voting for you. And those people have made their choice. They know what they want. Just keep doing your good work. Then and allow you to rubbish them. You don't expect it. They will use all they got. APC is still in the federal. You should remember, you chose to be on the opposition, the PDP. You joined a very right opposition because PDPs are fighters. With your support, with your crowd, joining them, victory will be sure for you. But it depends on how you manage it.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for him. You know, we have been complaining about these federal mines in those states. So, from what he just said, you can see the oppression coming from the federal government and trying to mobilize security agents. You know, the police is under the federal government, so they have power to control police security operatives in Edo State. So, these are the challenges that Governor Obaseki has to face in Edo State.
You know, in earlier broadcasts, we did mention this. And when it got to an essence, we said he should call his campaign council, National Campaign Council Chairman Wike, how he survived rivers. The APC is federal. And definitely, even if Adan Soshomole is not going to use, some of the governors are still his friend. They can use to give a talk to Buhari and do they call what I would call the needful. You understand? So what you have to do, how did Tambuwa survive rivers? He used all the governors. He used the National Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal Campaign Council. He used the State Campaign Council. He used the Federal survive it should be in Benue.
You know, even during the Zoom meeting last
The governor was APC. He left APC and joined the PDP. They also took him as their candidate. He fought. Today, he's a governor for the second time in Benue and under PDP. He should learn from them. It's not going to be an easy fight. I keep saying it. He should thank the Oba for calling this meeting.
for
Because
peace,
this
yeah.
meeting is a peace move. They should stop their violent move. I know that if this continue, the Oba will come out with a very forceful manner on them by calling the Ohens to place a call on whoever will use violence. I know the Oba can go to that level.
Yes.
So he should be grateful and thankful to the Oba that he has now called. He wants peace. Everybody should go about his campaign.
Yes, the peaceful talk yesterday will favor Governor Obaseki more than others. You understand? It will favor him more because you know this violence that Adam Soshomole and his people, you know, has been instigating in the state. With peace, I think it will go more in favor of Governor Obaseki more than any other candidate. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So he should be happy that the Oba called for a peace in the state. Let's see if they will listen to the Oba. Here's the thing: if they will listen and continue, they promised yesterday. All of them, they promised that they will maintain peace.
I am hopeful they will maintain peace, and if they don't maintain peace, I'm also very sure that the Oba will not take it lightly with them, because if you watch it when he was talking, sometimes he tried to portray very calmness, though sometimes with anger. It is often said it's an abomination or it's a taboo for anybody for the Oba to be angry with anybody. You know, it's as if he's placing cause. So I saw that maturity where he tried to control, not to voice out anger on any of them.
Exactly. Yeah, he tried to control it. Yes.
Yes, not to voice anger on them.
I saw that too. Yeah. Try to manage it.
When the Oba is angry with you, it's as if he's placing a curse on you. That is our tradition. When the Oba is angry with you, it's as if he's placing a curse on you. So he tried to manage it, and they have all maintained that they are going to be peaceful in their campaign, in whatever they do. And if he persists, I am also very sure that the Oba will find another alternative to bring a lasting peace to Edo. So Obaseki should be very, very grateful to the Oba, because for that peace move, it's going to favor him. People will not be allowed to go and vote their choice. Violence, I am very sure it will also reduce.
Yes, within
Edo South Senatorial District, where the largest vote is, with definitely everybody respect. I won't say fear the Oba. Everybody respect the Oba. Whatever Oba says in Benin Kingdom is law. So
yes, exactly.
You will see they will play coolly at this time. I know very well. So I'm not doubting that they will not respect it. The only area where should be worked on, the ESA and the Edo Central, they also take the Oba as their Oba. So I am very hopeful that even in some Edo North area, Onwa, because the Onwa area is said to be the generation of the Oba Ozolwa, the Ora. It's yes, Oba Ozolwa. Children occupies that area, so they also respect the wish of the Oba. So we are expecting to see calmness in the state. We are expecting to see smooth without violence. But if it does occur, the Oba knows what to do, and it will not be too good for them if the Oba takes a second option on a decision to do what he wants to do.
Yes, we hope that this peace talk will minimize violence in the state and bring peace and tranquility to Edo State, especially in this upcoming election. So let's play the other video about the Oba himself, what he said. Let's just get this done. Okay. So I'm gonna play this one. Something like this.
So, so please, I want, I want, I want, I want you to take your mind back to 2015, to 2015, when before the election results were announced, Jonathan, President Jonathan, whom I was principal representative of when he became president after Yaradua. I carried all their letters of credence to various heads of state at the time. Made a concession speech, picked up the telephone and called President Buhari. Then all the predictions, the forecast by international community and so on, that Nigeria is going to break up, is going to be on fire and so on, everything, everything quenched. Just by that singular act. I want to ask the political actors in Edo State, knowing how you have been coming, you have been together, you have been not together, you are mixing everybody, you are confusing the press, you are confusing the public, you are confusing everybody. Why are you all doing this? Is it because of just the office? The office is 4 years, at the most another 4 years. Why do you want lives to be lost? Why do we hear that you are arming thugs? Why? At the end of the day, the thugs keep those guns with them. You cannot tell them to. If it is true, I don't know. If it is true, the politicians are arming them. They keep those guns. This is not the first time in Nigerian history. They have been doing this kind of thing before. It's not the first time. But for Edo State, I want to please appeal to maybe Benin.
Okay, Mr. Daniel, you heard that.
Yes, yes. Want is aftermath of the Ukraine issue, peace. Uh, these are what have been a recurrent decima in politics.
Mm.
So if the Oba has information of it, is very right. Uh, in our previous election, these things were going on. Are you getting it?
Mm.
Elections were still held, winners were still declared. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Elections were still held, and winners were also declared. But why is it now that in Edo State it is now war, to the essence of INEC threatening to shift the date or call for a re-election? Edo has been a very peaceful state. So just as I join with the Oba, I said, let them maintain the peace, let election go smoothly. So let's leave the ugly side of politics. If you remember when the Oba was making a little joke chat with them of a chief who said politics was dirty.
Mm.
And he said, if you are in politics, you said it's dirty.
Mm.
And why are you there? Because your attire is always white. Now your attire is always white. The chief now said, yes, so what he normally does, he don't wear, when he's going to politics, he doesn't wear his white attire. Because white is for purity. So the other laughed and a lot of people laughed about it. It's the truth.
Is it true?
With time, a lot more have to be said and be corrected in Nigerian politics. Yes, a lot must have to be said and corrected in Nigerian politics.
Yes.
But what is more prominent for us now, where every one of us is concerned, is a dual election, which is just coming by 19th year.
Yeah.
So the Oba has now voiced his words on them to keep the peace. So after the election, we can take a critical analysis of election in Nigeria and campaigning in Nigeria, which will be a very ball game where we'll discuss all those political nonsense
Mm.
that has been going on
Yeah.
within Nigerian politics, which is not too good.
Yes.
But for now, let us concern ourselves with the peace move of the Oba, that the election should come, hold, and go.
Yes.
Winners declare without any violence.
Yes.
And I
Yeah. The
think
joke just personifies the
Nigerian politics.
the dirtiness of Nigerian politics. That is what it means to me after watching it yesterday. So, the Oba spoke so well. Oh my God. Yesterday, I took my time, 1 hour plus, to watch the video carefully, listen to every word the Oba uttered. Honestly, amazing, amazing. And I love those instances where he incorporated Benin into it. It shows that he's a traditional ruler. He's not going to be using English all the time. He used some Benin parable, used some, it was amazing, amazing. I love it. So let's go to the next and the last of this video. Okay, it's not the one.
Anyway, when I now see all this, eventually it degenerated to His Excellency the Governor being being disqualified from the same party for no for bad that Omar qualified, that he is not qualified, and so on and so forth. And then I was surprised that what made him qualified to be there for the last 4 years, that he was qualified for the last 4 years. Eventually, he now, because I asked him before when Isama visited him, I asked him, I said, here you are now moving to Isama's camp. He said, no, 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 don't, no such thing. I'm not, but I said, that is PDP, Isama's camp. I said, that is PDP. Not that I was against it, I just asked. What that is going to portend for everybody. Eventually, what I asked that time is what he has done now. But he was forced, I think. Circumstances maybe forced him. But they are all together. They are all the same. Then,
Okay, so the idea of disqualifying Governor Obaseki from APC is what the Oba elaborate on, yeah, during the event yesterday, saying that what makes him pass the test in the first election, okay, and he was forced to join PDP, circumstances, according to what the Oba just said. You cannot blame Governor Obaseki for the campaign because he has no choice but to decamp to another political party. He cannot just end his political ambition like that after he was being disqualified from APC by Adanso Shomole. So that's what the Oba was.
There's one thing I want to say here. Obaseki should even be grateful that they disqualified him. I am saying with all reference, he should be grateful they disqualified him. Have you not seen in politics, you will remain that political party? Since they don't like you, they will do all their possible best to see that you are out, you don't win that election. They don't like you. I've seen it happen during the time during the election in Igor, PDP. Oni was then the local government chairman. A lot of people, youths and bodies complained about Oni. He found his way and got a second bid nomination. It was even PDP agent that was working against him that brought Idagmon as local government chairman. Look at what happened to Osareme Nsumbo. He got into power. He tried to play to bite the hand that fed him, and they brought out evidences that he did not win. That was what brought Oshomole in. So if you are fighting a true cause, he should be grateful and thankful to God, one, to God, two, to the Oba for bringing this. A lot of support that Obaseki is getting now, he's getting it because he was wrongly cheated. That disqualification, in spite of his developmental strive. And when he came out to say they want him to share the money with them, which he said he's not going to do, a lot of people supported him. Do you know forces that have been working with him to say that he must come? They are not. I know a lot of APC members who says they will not decamp, but they will work for the interests of Obaseki.
Obaseki, yes, yes.
So
Yeah.
he should be grateful and thankful that God used them to see, since he could not share what they said he want to share with them, and they disqualified him. He could have remained there as a candidate. They will be shouting along with him. On the day
Yes.
of the election, he will see that he will lose woefully.
Yeah, like what you said,
So
earlier, that freedom fighters is not always easy for them.
it's not an easy task.
Yes, yes. Honestly, when you look at Nelson Mandela, what happened to him, those who incarcerated him later became his best friend. You know what happened after he was released from jail? He was being celebrated. Some countries that even deemed Nelson Mandela as a terrorist at that time even called him back after he came back from jail, made him citizens of their countries. Okay, Canada is an example of that. So that is the thing. So Governor Obaseki is not going to be easy for him as a freedom fighter, because what he's trying to fight here is this idea of godfatherism. It's not going to be easy for him. Definitely, it's not going to be easy for him. He's complaining about lack of security or security issues in the state right now. The same thing he said. You remember during the Zoom meeting when I asked him question with regards to security in the state, exactly the same thing that he said is the same thing he said yesterday during the event in the Oba Palace. Why police is not making any arrests, even though they arrest anybody for instigating violence in the state, they refuse to prosecute them. They refuse to prosecute them because of the federal might in the state. Federal might is very, very visible in Edo State right now, and it will be very difficult for the governor who is not from the APC to fight the federal might. And Governor Obaseki needs to wear double shoes, double shoes this time to fight this idea of godfatherism. And also, Shomole might not be
You
in
can
power.
see
Yeah.
how God is.
You said?
You can see how God is favoring him. Now, I say you can see how God is favoring him. He was intended to be disqualified. The plan did not work because he was accepted in PDP. Crowd followed him. Now they saw that he's beginning to becoming certain that he's going to be the next governor. They tend to bring violence. Then the Oba called for a peaceful resolution so as not to overheat the politics, let election come and go. Do you think it is only us? That peace resolution, even the federal government, they will watch it. They have had. It will even intend not to what they were planning to do. They will stop it because of the Oba for Edo State. Go and mark it. Are you getting it?
Yes.
They will stop it. They are going to stop it because they respect our Oba so well. They are going to stop it. They will not allow the Oba, since the Oba wants peace to reign, they will also want to go with that line, stop their evil plan of using federal mind to do some certain dirty things against him. Well, you can see, that is one thing. God has helped him. Let him continue doing his campaign. My only advice I will give to my brother is do your thing. Let those who want to vote not vote out of violence. Let Edo people come out and vote. The bottom line of it is that the Oba has told them, we know where it's coming from. It's coming from Adaso Shomole, who is very bittered. He's bittered that the man he brought up, the man he thought he was going to control, he could not control him. I know the effort they made. In all sincerity, INEC had declared Obaseki winner. In the majority, we know what they did to ensure that Obaseki becomes governor. As God will, I'm telling you, I'm in Edo State. I know what is going on. Now God brought Obaseki. He now became a God-fearing person. He became a God-fearing person. He brought developmental stride. He became loved
by the
by the people.
Edo people. Yes, yes. Not only.
You know, in our earlier broadcast, I told you I never voted for him.
Mm,
I voted for this man, Isaiah Yamu, who is now on APC.
mm,
But when I saw his developmental stride,
mm.
you know, commissioning of road, you just pass through the road, nobody brings tape to lock it up, people are applying and using the road. I loved him. So also many people who now they now saw, more especially when they now knew that they were fighting him because he refused to share the state treasury with them. He became loved by all. So God is already on his side. He continued to pray. You understand? Maybe the name of which his father gave to him, Godwin, is what is also portraying his life.
Yes, it's reflecting in his actions. Yeah.
His two names, they are so remarkable that you cannot beat them. Godwin, Noregase. You see, so he should be grateful. God has really. I hope after the election, I see him winning. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, he will win.
My opinion poll has shown that he's going to win, and God has also been helping him now, bringing the man everybody respect, reverence. In the tradition, an Oba is a god to us.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
understand?
God King.
So yes. So we respect his words. We fear his words more than even what the government will say. Now he has brought both parties and said enough of these war-torn languages and violence, killing about. Let election be peaceful. Go about your campaigning peaceful. Let election. INEC is aware of this meeting, that meeting that had here.
Yes,
They are aware.
You know that
the federal government is aware.
No, Mr.
So
Daniel, the Oba said it that when the chairman of INEC, Yakubu, visited him last week, he pleaded to the Oba to please intervene in this crisis in Edo State. That's what the Oba said. So that's why Oba called all of them for a peace talk. You know, Oba has tried to settle them. Even last year, according to the Oba, he said that yesterday that he went to visit President Buhari last year. I was in Abuja last year when the Oba visited Buhari. I was in Abuja. The Oba has done a lot to make sure that peace reign between these two people in the politics of Edo State. But the one of yesterday was significant. Significant. The Oba made history yesterday, and he even said that. He said that, you know. So I think yesterday's event will shape the politics and the crisis in the state. If all these politicians, they carry what the Oba said yesterday with them everywhere they go.
I believe they will. They will. The only problem I envisage is external forces. You know, the people outside Edo, if any of them has recruited before, whether they will tell them to hold back and others, because we learned that a lot of external forces were going to come from outside the state. But however, we thank the Oba for this so far that he has done. Whoever want the voters should go vote peacefully. An election, the results should be counted. Whoever wins should be glorified because the Oba has done all he could to save peace in Edo State.
The only person that we should be concerned about right now is Adanso Shomole. If Adanso Shomole will let it go. If
Well,
he will just let it go, let Edo State go and leave Edo State alone.
I don't know. I will not want to talk about Adanso Shomole here. Adanso Shomole, it is a must for him to respect the wish of the Oba, or else he will pay the dire consequences. It's not. I'm not just making him out. So he should respect what the Oba has said yesterday and help peace.
Peace, yeah.
Yeah,
Peace.
you know the election pool we did the other day. I told you that Edo North is going to. He still have friends and supporters. You don't need talk of violence. You still go out and cast your vote. Let your people support you. So it is a must for him that he must respect the wish of the Oba. It's a must. And he knows the implication if he does not. So let's not just go
Pass.
there. The Oba has said it's going to bring, he has warned them, and he said after they hug themselves, he should continue after here. So we expect that it's going to be peaceful. So Edo people, you can campaign for who you want to campaign. You can vote for who you want to vote.
To vote for.
Be assured,
Mm, mm.
yes, we are sure your vote will be counted, the election will be peaceful, also come out. So what the peaceful to me is that the Oba has assured everybody the election was going to be peaceful.
Peaceful, yeah. The peacefulness of the election, that is what we are protesting for. Oh, okay. So Adam Soshomole is a Yamo, you can see from the way he carry himself, from his activities, it doesn't seem to be a violent person. For me,
I was
what
telling
I,
you earlier,
yeah,
this is a man I know. I grew up to know him to be a brother.
yeah.
His father and my father were so close. Even I tried to relate the relationship they are. When my father was celebrating his chieftaincy title, the first place of call was Izeyamu's house. And while we were looking at everywhere, say everybody should eat that. This is his house. So ever since I've taken Izeyamu to be my brother. So I have never known to see him in a violent mood. That
Exactly.
is why I've said it several
Mm,
times that he's not a violent person. When I was even working with Lockheed under PDP, when I was ushered into his office, he recognized me, and we exchanged presidentially how to campaign in my area at that time. He's a very calm gentleman, so I don't see him being a violent person. Those who want to vote for him will vote for him. He already has his political clique. Just as I said, he was one of the founders of Grace Group. So he has friends. You understand? Let
mm,
those one be campaigning for him. When we were discussing about him, EPM and APC, I keep saying that it
mm.
was his friends and that EPN that is doing the campaigning, that
Yes.
not APC.
See.
He has friends. He
Oh,
has
okay.
political
Yeah.
well wishers.
He has friends. He has friends.
Yes, political well wishers. Whether you are good or you are not good, they will always stand by yourself, by
And
your
what
side.
according to
They
what
will
people told
always
me
stand by
about
your side.
according to what people told me, those who are very close to Yamu, because I've interviewed some people who are very close to him as well on Nebo TV. Outside politics, they said Yamu is a very caring and nice person. Around people around him are all saying good things about him. This politics, we know that is a dirty business, and that Shomole is not a good partner to Yamu, and is robbing him with some of his dirty activities in Edo State. I wish Yamu would stay away from Adam Soshomole. I know that Adam Soshomole is supporting him. Don't get me wrong. He's supporting him for sure. We know that he's supporting Yamu. But can he do it from Adam Soshomole?
Well, let me say one thing here. In politics, that is how dirty Nigerian politics is. You need the good, you need the bad, you need the ugly.
They all have roles to play. They have
So
a,
in Nigerian politics, you have the good,
yeah,
you need the bad, you need
but
the ugly.
ugly,
So
yes.
I believe part of the ugly ones in the Izeyamu's camp, maybe Adam Soshomole,
Yes.
you know, bitterness, but the bitterness is getting too far to the essence of turning to violence.
The
You
violence,
understand?
the violence is what we are concerned about. We want peace. I keep
Where
saying this.
everybody's concerned. People, I am a one man. I'm a one man. I cast my one man vote. I go back home. You understand? If you have two man, you cast your two-man vote and go. At the end of the day, INEC will declare true result. If you win, I congratulate you. I keep telling a lot of people why I'm an analyst who will not want, but I give opinion pool as if it is what I am saying. You understand? I cannot be the
Yes.
majority in election. It is just opinion poll. This is what I'm saying. Just like I keep saying when we are doing our opinion poll, I said so far so good. Obaseki is still leading by. When we did our opinion poll, I said Edo North is a no go. Even somebody said no, they will get 50% in Edo. I said I know during Adanso Shomole, he did well in that area, so the people still love him. So I don't see a PDP winning that. But we're still talking of some PDP leaders who are also from that area. That is analysis for you.
Mm.
You understand?
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
do a politics. Even when I was in politics, I never do that ugly, dirty one to the essence of do or die. I
Nigerian
don't do
poli-
it.
Nigerian
I
politics is
don't
so
do it.
dull. It's so dull.
It's so bad that it has degenerated to this level. I was also in the politics. They know me. I don't do it to that level. Yes, it takes your time, both night and day, but not on the dirty part of it. And that is what the Oba is emphasizing, not to play the dirty. Let everybody campaign. Let those who are winning to vote. Those who want to vote to go and vote. Let INEC declare the true result, and everybody will be happy. Congratulations, congratulations.
I
If
think
Isaiah moving today, it's still my own. If he doesn't win, it's still my own. I still refer to him, as my brother.
I think I think peace will prevail in Edo State. From what the Oba said yesterday's event, honestly, it's amazing. He said they promised the Oba that their campaigns will be peaceful, their activities will be peaceful. Governor Obaseki also promised because as the incumbent governor of the state, so he also promised the Oba that he will ensure security in the state. So I hope everybody will listen to the Oba and carry that advice from the palace yesterday with them anywhere they go in the states. No matter your political ambition, traditional ruler has spoken. Oba Obini has spoken. Peace. It's not telling you not. It's not stopping you from campaigning for any candidate of your choice. That's what the Oba made that very clear to everyone yesterday. You have the right to campaign for anybody. You have the right to promote your political ambition. But what we are pleading for is this peace to reign in Edo State. Peace, and then this election should be peaceful and tranquility in the state. So we hope to see peace and a free and fair election. Those of us from diaspora, we are protesting for free and fair election, credible election in those states. So thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you very much.
So we'll come back. I will come back tomorrow. Do you have anything to add to this discussion? I think we are done.
No, nothing apart from that. We want again to thank our Baba Atokbe for bringing this peace resolution to bear
Yeah.
on the Edo politics. We do hope that all the parties involved will respect the wish of the Oba and let there be peace. Those who are campaigning, campaign for whoever you are campaigning for. Mine is to do some analysis, and I will keep doing my analysis. If you ask me as of today who is by opinion poll who is winning, I will still tell you it's Obaseki because I have not seen much of Izeyamu in this Edo South. You understand? So we keep doing our analysis. Those who are going to campaigns, you continue campaigning. If you know where your flaws are, continue looking at your flaws and how to correct it. Just as we keep emphasizing on Izeyamu, if Izeyamu can at least do away with the harsh words of Oshomole, or if possible, not to be carrying Oshomole along to his campaign. They were going to Enyai when they had that accident.
That's what they said. Usain, was it not Usain?
Yes,
Usain.
we
Yeah.
were going to Usain for the campaign when they had that accident. I don't see why Izeyamu should be carrying Oshomole along to Usain. He's a Benin man. He's within Edo South. He should go with some of his
His
political
comrades.
friends.
Yeah.
Yes, and leave out Osomole out of that matter. There are some
Oshomole.
areas he can go. That is where, like what is happening in Esan land now, when they were embarrassed. If he knew that Oshomole was, he would
Unpopular.
have not gone with
unpopular
Not
person.
go with Oshomole on to that is censorship. You tell him
Exactly.
to step aside. You should take charge. If you don't take charge now, if you are governor, you can no longer take charge.
That.
That is
Exactly.
the message for Uzeyamu. If you
Mm.
can't take charge in your campaign now, I tell you, you'll be governor, you will be a stew. Even if you have the intention of doing good work for the Edo state, these forces will not allow you to do that good work.
Exactly.
Uzeyamu should know better. Uzeyamu should know better because he worked with Lucky. Lucky had a good intention for people. But the forces behind him, evil forces behind Lucky, political leaders, could not allow Lucky do what he wants to do.
Honestly, Pastor
That
Isaiah
is why
Yamo.
Zeyamu is not even getting more support, because those of us who have seen politics, how people are interested in doing good work, why these political gladiators, godfathers, and they keep hijacking them, sharing Edo allocation to themselves. So
Exactly. Exactly, Mr.
if
Daniel.
if Izeyamu does not detach himself from Oshomole today,
Yeah.
I don't see him winning the election.
So,
I don't see it, because
exactly.
the play would play that he would hijack the government from him.
Many people are saying because of Adanso Shomole supporting Zeyamo that they will never vote for Zeyamo. So I don't know why. It's good to support a candidate, like what the Oba said, and we are also saying that in a democratic society, you have the right to support any candidate. However, Adanso Shomole appearing boldly, even playing the role of the candidate for Zeyamo
It is
is so wrong. So wrong. He's not like what I said in one of our shows that Adanso Shomole is a bad market to Zeyamuse campaign. Asian land, in the Asian land, he's very unpopular. Why should you take him with you? You should do it yourself.
We talk of political strategy. You see, this man will be an obstacle to you some area.
Eh,
Like when he goes with him to a donut, no problem. You see, because the people still like him.
mm,
The
mm.
area he works. When you come to Edo Central, you don't need him. You go along with your team. Let him step aside. Even Edo South, you were going to Usain here. You want to go with Oshomole for what?
Exactly.
So
Do it yourself.
I did say it.
He has a
If
deputy.
Isaiah,
He
a
has a
cousin of mine, if
deputy.
Isaiah will continue this way, I don't wish or pray that he be governor, because this man will rubbish him. He will rubbish. Oshomole will rubbish him. It's
Okay.
as if he's going to be controlling him.
Everything that is going on in the state right now is that Yamu should learn how to be independent. Independent. He has a deputy. He has his comrades around him. He's a pastor. He's a pastor. He can carry that flag of a pastor with him. That is what will even make people, more closer to him. Taking Adanso Shomole with you to campaign will not do any good to your campaign at all. Instead, take your church members, take them with you. Nigerians, they are very religious. When you go there, appear as a pastor, look at me, I'm a pastor, it will draw more crowd than bringing Adanso Shomole with you to your campaign. Just an advice to Pastor Isaiah Yamo, I don't, maybe he will be thinking that we are not supporting him, we are not doing, because of Adanso Shomole. Many of us will never support you. Honestly, that's just the truth. Adanso Shomole has built a very bad record for himself in Edo State that nobody is willing to support you if you are with Adanso Shomole. We believe that if you win tomorrow, Adanso Shomole is going to be your godfather who's going to be dictating for you. If you cannot be,
Will
yes,
be sharing the state allocation with
share
him.
with you. That is why many people.
Let's say one secret. A lot of people who keep saying that Obaseki is winning more support. The reason he's winning more support, apart from his developmental stride, when Oshomole was saying all those nonsense about him, he came out to say he refused to share state treasury with him. And Edo people loved him for that, for fighting for Edo people. And that is where he's getting his support. And tomorrow he will continue getting that support. That is why I don't wish Izeyamu evil, and I will never wish him evil, because it's like a blood to me.
Yes.
But on this, I've said it in several of our brokers that it's very unfortunate that he's coming at this time with Obaseki. If I was to be close to him and advising him, I would tell him, don't contest with Obaseki. Let Obaseki go first.
First, exactly.
Because he has proved a point to Edo. Apart from his developmental stride, people are coming wanting to share their location, which he refused with them. Now they are angry. They brought you in to challenge him because they feel you have friends that can fight for you. You have families that can fight for you on a wrong pattern. Can you control them not to share resources with you? Can you control them not to use Edo allocation wrongly with all they have been spending on you? This is the question a lot of people why Obaseki is winning more support. That's why the reason they are winning is
Pastor Yamu, for me, is not a violent person. He's not a violent person, and he should leave Adam Soshomole alone and be independent of himself, and make sure he surround himself with meaningful people, political actors who are charismatic in the state that will boost his campaign, not Adam Soshomole, honestly. But if I have to support Yamu, not with Adam Soshomole behind him, I won't do that. Never. Yes, Mr. Daniel, we have to end the show.
Okay.
And thank you so much, guys. Thank you all for watching. And see you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.